Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our July 2018 video newsletter for MCs all over the world. And what an exciting month it's been. We have smashed past 4,000 subscribers and over 500,000 views here on the channel, which means only one thing: the MC business is booming all over the world. Hey, it's Timothy Hyde here from ExpertMC.com, the channel dedicated to helping you become a better MC, both on stage and off stage. And in this video newsletter, I'm going to give you a couple of important updates on two of the most popular articles and videos that we published in the last month. These are things that you might have overlooked or that we didn't have time to explain fully. I'm also going to explain the secret sauce to obtaining those 4,000 subscribers and 500,000 views here on YouTube, because I know a lot of you are also publishing some videos here on YouTube, or just starting out your channels, or would like to start a channel, so stay tuned for that. We will also announce the winners of our last month's contest, and at the end of the video announce a new contest, so stick around for that. The contest. In last month's video newsletter, I suggested to people to put your URL of your website, if you had an MC website, in the comments below the video. And 5 of you were brave enough to do that. And I announced last week that I would draw one winner out, and you would win a copy of this, BWC. BWC is our interactive, fun little piece that anyone can slip into an MC assignment. Gets a great laugh. It's very interactive, involves everybody in the audience. And 5 of you were brave enough to do it, and so I decided I'm going to give each of those 5 a copy of this. So the winners: Joyce Daniels in Nigeria. Joyce is great MC, and I've looked at her website, and she actually has a book on MC work. You might want to check that out. Renee Bomholt is in Denmark, and it's in Danish, but you'll get the general idea. Sushil Atri is in India, near Mumbai. I think I've been to Mumbai, wonderful place. And here in Australia, Richard Hanson and Shane Mallory. You also win copies. So BWC. I've got another contest. That was fun. So let's do another contest. I'll announce what it is at the end of this video. Your chance to win. Maybe the memory book might be fun, or the online memory course. I will give away a copy of that to the winner. Okay, a couple of updates to 2 of the most popular videos or articles on the website. And the first one was about the 12-week year. And a few people asked me how I had kept track of where I was up to. Did I use an online app or anything like that? Well, no, I just use paper and pencil, and I'm old school here. And the thing I use, it's a moleskin notebook. It's made by the same people who make the fantastic hardback ones, but these are quite expensive. So what I've found is this notebook size one, which come in a little 3-pack, and this is a great size for doing my notes about the 12-week year. To run you very, very quickly, I'm going to do a full video on how I keep track of it, but basically, first of all, you work out what your focus areas are going to be for those 12 weeks, and then set some very specific goals for each of those focus areas, things that you just be able to manage in 12 weeks if you push very hard. And then I write those all out in the notebook, and then I use one opening for each week. So week 1 of the 12, and on the left hand side here I write down I have 6 focus areas, most in 12-week periods, 6 focus areas, and I write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down on the left hand side, and then I write the goal I have for that particular week for each of those areas. Now the right hand side, which is now still blank, I can then make little notes or make progress reports or little doodles and things like that on the right hand side. So as the week goes through, that will hopefully fill up with big ticks and, you know, keep it going and stuff like that. So each morning when I get up, or hopefully the night before, I'm able to look at that, what I'm trying to do that week, and decide what are the priorities for the day. And I don't always go through the 6 projects or the 6 focus areas in order each day. I sometimes change the order around so that I really make progress on each of those 6 areas. Stage fright. Stage fright. You know, one of the most popular articles and videos of the last month was the one on stage fright, and I got a few comments about that. But there was one thing I put in the article and I didn't mention it on the video, and that was this tactic of meeting a few people before you get on stage, especially if you're nervous. And there's a few reasons for this. One is you can focus out and find them in the audience and talk directly to them. They will say, oh, it's the person I met before, and they'll be quite enthused about that. And if you're nervous, you can use them as an anchor point and just direct all your comments towards them. But if you know their names, there's a little script that you can use that I've found quite useful in the past. And you can say something to this effect. Earlier on, I was talking to a few people, Jane and Fred and Harry over there, and they told me that your big challenge this year was such and such. Well, I really think that our next speaker is going to address that and give you some tactics and some strategies. So there we've made a nice connection with the audience. They think that you've done lots of research. They think maybe you've talked to these people way before the event. The clients love this. And those people, even though you might have just said, oh, hello, I'm the MC, they each think that you've talked to the other people in depth. So it's a lovely connection. It's a nice anchor point, and it's also then a nice link into the next speaker. So try that out at your next event. So what's Tim been up to? You know, I think I mentioned this in my last emailed newsletter, but my big assignment for the month was a 2-day conference in Sydney. It was all about skyscrapers. It was an international skyscraper convention, and it was all these experts, skyscraper designers and builders from all around the world. And it was fascinating, and that's what I love about being an MC. Every assignment is slightly different. In fact, one of the most fascinating presentations was a woman geotechnical engineer who worked on the foundations of the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, and how she was explaining how skyscrapers, because they're so heavy and so focused, they actually sink after they're built, and they've got to take that into consideration. I love that. Next up, 2 resources for you if you are interested yourself on building up a YouTube presence, either for your own business or your own interest. I have been focusing on YouTube for the last 6 months to a year, and the 4,000 subscribers and the 500,000 views is the result of that. I've learned a lot over the last 6 months, and I'm going to hopefully share bits and pieces with you so you can avoid some of the mistakes I made early on. 2 resources. The first one is TubeBuddy, a great online service with an app, and it really meshes in with YouTube and helps you make a stronger channel. And lots of tutorials. It helps with SEO, with your checklists and keyword research and a whole lot more. And the good thing, it's free. You can get involved for free. There are paid levels later on, but really you can just do it for free. So have a little look at that and see how you go. The second one is a book that I suggest, and I wasn't too sure about it at the start, but now I love it. I think it is great. It is called Tube Ritual by Brian G. Johnson, and you can get it for nothing on Kindle or at Amazon, and really good, only $10-15 or something like that. And this explains all about keyword research, all about SEO, how to structure your videos and your channel art and all those little things that you do need to learn. It's a really good shortcut to getting up to speed, and I highly recommend that one as well. Notes, all the contact detail and all the details about that in the notes below in this description and in the comments. Finally, this month's contest, I'm going to give one lucky subscriber a prize, and the prize this month is going to be a copy of our online memory course. I'll give you lifetime access to Motivate Your Memory, and I guarantee it will improve your short-term and your long-term memory skills. And all you need to do, anyone can do this, is to leave a comment in the comments section below, but it must be a specific comment. You must tell me what is your word of the year. I got this idea. We drive past a school quite often, and it has a notice board outside, and it has their word of the week. Now it's something like friendliness or perseverance or courage or listening, things like that. And so I always try and have a word of the year for me, and I used it in my 12-week year, and it could be focus or creativity, something like that. And so I want to know what your word of the year is going to be. We're halfway through July the 1st at the moment, so what's your word for the rest of this year? Leave it in the comments section below, and in 3.5 weeks I will draw one of those comments at random, and you can win a copy of that online memory course, Motivate Your Memory. Hey folks, that's all we've got time for. We are back to our regular scheduling next week, and we've got some great things planned over the next couple of weeks for you. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. Hit the notification bell if you know where that is, and you can be informed exactly when we publish the next video. Otherwise, I'll see you in a week's time.